Pen tool. Most of the people skip off to learn pen tool because they think it's too confusing and complicated. While those people work in Photoshop, they might suffer a lot when using lasso tool for every purpose. In order to break all those suffering, I'm going to teach you the pen tool in the easiest way, so that you can master it all yourselves. This is the pen tool, and its shortcut is the letter P. It is one of the major tools related to the vector graphics in Photoshop, which helps us to create or draw new shapes with great precision. You have two types. One is pen tool, and the other is freeform pen tool. Pen tool will have an excellent control in drawing geometric shapes. Under this tool, you'll discuss how to add, delete, and convert the anchor points in the shapes while using the pen tool. Now, I guess everybody knows how to draw a star, so let's go ahead and create one. You can select the tool, and then simply click and drag on the workspace to start a shape. Now click on the desired place to form a star. If you wish to finish the star, bring back the cursor to the beginning point. As you bring the cursor to the starting point, you'll note a circle beneath the cursor indicating it's a closed path, so click on it. Here the star is created using the pen tool. Now let's learn about its options. The Shape Layers option will automatically create a layer when you draw a shape in the document, and it is the default option for this tool. Path option will create a path without any fill color. You can fill color in the objects using Fill Pixels option, and it is available only when you use shapes like rectangles, oval, hexagon, and so on. The options over here will allow us to select the desired tool, such as pen, freeform, and rectangle, rounded rectangle, oval, and so on. The Auto Add or Delete option lets us add or delete anchor points automatically as we draw paths. Using these icons, you can create a new shape layer, add, subtract, and intersect or exclude the paths. Here, when you click on the Style option, you get its corresponding options. From here, you can select any of the styles to apply it to the shape, or you could select the Default Style None option if you don't need to apply the style. Now select this option by double-clicking on it. You can also change the color of the shape by this color option. Next up, let's learn how to use the freeform pen tool. It is a hidden tool inside the pen tool and allows us to draw a path or a shape with the free hand instead of clicking in each desired point. Let's select the tool and again try drawing a star using the freeform pen tool. Just a note, it goes as smooth as though you are drawing in a pencil tool. I think you could make out the difference between drawing with the pen and freeform pen tools. Now let's glance over at its options. You have similar options for freeform pen tool, except the magnetic option. This option enables us to perform the freeform pen tool as a magnetic freeform pen tool. As you draw using this tool, the points get snapped to the edges of the defined area. Now click and enable this option, and then just see how the tool works with this option. As you click, note the change in the cursor symbol. Then proceed moving the cursor on the star shape itself. We can see the points snapping to the shape. Then close or finish the shape by clicking on the beginning point. Here again, a star is created on top of it using this option. Now let's see how to add anchor points to the star. The Add Anchor Point tool is a hidden tool in the pen tool, and let's take a look at how it works here in Photoshop. This is the Add Anchor Point tool, and it helps us to add an anchor point to an existing path. Let's try it in the star created using the pen tool. You can delete the two stars which were created using the freeform pen tool, so press delete in the keyboard for twice. Now, and you'll note a plus symbol beneath the cursor as you drag the mouse to the path. Here, just click on the path where you need to add the anchor point. And now you should see the anchor point has been added to the path. The Delete Anchor Point tool works similar to the Add Anchor Point tool. Using the Delete Anchor Point tool, you can remove an anchor point from the path. If you wish to delete the added anchor point from the star, Select the tool, and you can see the cursor symbol changing to a minus symbol as you move to the anchor points. This indicates that you can remove the point using the tool by just clicking on the desired anchor point. Now the added anchor point has been removed from the star using the Delete Anchor Point tool. Here's a note for you. You don't have any options for the Add and Delete Anchor Points and Convert Point tools. Next, let's take a look at the Convert Point tool. Convert Point tool is a hidden tool in the Pen tool. It allows us to convert an anchor point into an editable point and reshapes the path. You'll now see how to change the shape of this star into a flower. Let's select the tool and click over the anchor points where we need editing. As you click and drag the mouse, you can see the changes in the shape. After reshaping all the anchor points, now we'll give the final touch by using the heads in the path. As you click on the anchor point or on the path, you can see the corresponding heads of it. This line is called the Bezier bow, and the heads are known as the Bezier points. Simply click on the Bezier points and drag until you get the desired shape, and likewise repeat the action for each petal. This is how it works. Hence, you can draw shapes, curves, and paths using the pen and freeform pen tools. Type Tool. Type Tool is one of the important tools in your toolbox because it introduces a set of pre-designed font libraries in Photoshop. This font library lets you create graphical texts in a pre-designed format. You can also do changes in these fonts using the options of the Type Tool. Let's learn how to use it, shall we? This is the Type tool, and its shortcut key is the letter T. It allows us to create a text into an image or in any document. You have 4 different types in the Type tool to perform different methods. You can type text in horizontal mask, and vertical mask text. Let's discuss each of them one by one. Horizontal text tool. You can perform normal text in horizontal, paragraphs, and other kinds of text using this tool. Select the tool and click inside the image. And now you're ready to type a text. Type a text in the image using your keyboard. When you are done typing, then click on the Move tool to deselect the tool. Select the tool, you'll see the corresponding options of this tool now. When you click on the Font option, you can change the font type, where you're provided with pre-designed fonts in the library. The font style can be defined as regular, italic, bold, and so on, and you can select from one of these options as you need for your text. The size option will uniformly increase or decrease the size of the text. And then the anti-aliasing option will change the appearance of the text as sharp, crisp, strong, smooth, and then if you select none, then it's just the original text. The alignment option lets us perform left align, center, and right align in the text. Here, this color option will help us change the color of the text. Finally, when you click on the warped text option, you should see its dialog box, and then click on the style option. Here you can see a list of styles, and you can select from arc, bulge, shelf, flag, or wave, and so on. I'm just going to show you how to use the arc option by selecting it. As you select the style, you get its options, like bend, horizontal, and vertical distortion for the arc. You can move these sliders and adjust the arc as you need. And then click on OK. If you click on this icon, you'll get the character and paragraph palettes, and you can do all the changes for the text from the palette. Vertical text tool. This tool helps us perform the text in a vertical manner. It has similar options of the horizontal text tool. You can select the tool and click on the image and type in the text. And you'll find that the text is typed in a vertical format. Horizontal Type Mask tool. This horizontal type mask tool is hidden in the Type tool, and it allows us to create a selection in the shape of a text we type. Select the tool and make a click in the image or in a document, and then type the text what you want, and now you'll view the mask layer shown in a red color. When you are done typing, then click on the Move tool to deselect the tool. And now you've created the text using the Horizontal Type Mask tool. Similarly, you can use the Vertical Type Mask tool to create a vertical text. Hence, you can type in the desired text either horizontally or vertically using the Type and Type Mask tools. Path and Direct Path Selection tools. Path Selection tool. This is the Path Selection tool, and with the help of it, you can select a path including the shape. Its shortcut key is the letter A. Here is the shape. Now select the tool and try moving it. Just click on the path and drag the cursor in the document. You should see the shape moving along with the path. The options that you have are the Show Bounding Box option, which will show a transform bounding box around the path. Click on the option and enable it. This option allows us to scale and rotate the shape using these handles. Just watch it. By this option, let's try to do some transformations. Here, click and drag the handle to transform, and then click outside and rotate the cursor. After applying the transformations, press the Enter key on the keyboard. Using these options, you should find the differences in between them. The Add option is the default option. Then click on the Subtract option to view it. Next is the Intersect option. Finally, this Exclude option, which overlaps the shape area. The Align options will let us align the object with respect to each other. Now click on the Workspace to deselect the shape. Next, you're going to try out the Direct Path Selection tool, and you'll find the differences in between them. This tool is used to select and move the path alone, and it is a hidden tool. And just select the tool. Now click on the path to see how it works. When you click and drag the cursor, you can only move the path but not the shape. As you click on the path itself, you should find the anchor points in the path. Using Direct Path Selection tool, you could also select and move the anchor points in the path. Let's reshape this shape by moving the anchor points and Bezier bows. As you click on the anchor points, you should see the Bezier points. You can move those Bezier points by clicking on them and dragging the cursor. If needed, you can also select multiple path segments by holding the Shift key. This tool does not have any options along with it. Thus, the Path and Direct Path Selection tools play a vital role in selecting the path along with the shapes in it. Rectangular, Rounded Rectangular, and Ellipse tool. Rectangle tool. This tool lets us draw a rectangle as well as square shapes with fill color, and its shortcut key is the letter U. Select the tool, and the options of it are similar to the pen tool. You can draw a rectangle now. As you click and drag the cursor in the document, it takes the foreground color as the fill color by default. And now the rectangle is created. You could change the fill color into a style. Style is nothing but it contains the blending options in presets, where you can apply it to the rectangle instantly. You can apply different styles to the rectangle by just clicking on the Style option. And now double-click on any of the styles to select them. Here you would see the selected style has been applied to the rectangle. When you click on the small inverted triangle next to the Custom Shape option, you get its options to set the rectangle as Unconstrained Rectangle, when it draws a rectangle with any proportion as you drag the cursor. The Squared option will allow us to draw a square. The Fixed Size and Proportion option will perform the shape with an exact size as we specify. From the Center option, it helps us draw the shape from the center as well as snap to pixels. And you can select any of these options as you need for this tool. Now let's see the Rounded Rectangle tool. You can draw rectangles with smooth corners using this rounded rectangle tool. The options and custom options are similar to the rectangle tool except the radius option. By this option, you can specify the radius for the corners, and it defines the smoothness of the corner of the rectangle. You can specify any numerical value for radius as you wish. Then, click and drag the cursor in the document to draw a rounded rectangle. You should see the difference in the rounded corners. Finally, let's move to the Ellipse tool. Using the Ellipse tool, you can draw ovals, ellipses, circles, and so forth. This tool is hidden in the Rectangle tool, and now you can select it. This tool holds similar options as the above discussed tools. When you click on the small inverted triangle next to the Custom Shape option, you get the options to draw a circle. Let me show you one of the options in it. Select the Fixed Size option and specify the value as to how big you wish. Just simply click on the document and it creates a perfect circle in a single click. Hence, you can draw a rectangle, square, and other geometric shapes using the drawing tools. Polygon, Line, and Custom Shape Tools. Polygon Tool. The Polygon tool is hidden in the Rectangular tool, and it allows us to draw polygons, hexagons, triangles, and other shapes which possess more than 3 sides. As you select the tool, in the option bar you can specify the number of sides in the Sides option. Now click and drag the cursor in the document to create a polygon. When you click on the small triangle next to the Custom Shape option, you can specify a value for the radius of the shape. And if needed, you can smooth the corners by enabling the Smooth Corner option. You can also use the Star option to draw a star, and now click to enable it. You can also specify a value in the Indent Sides by clicking on the option and dragging the cursor. You can enable this Smooth Indents option for the sides along with smoothness. Draw using the options and note the smoothness in the edges of the star. Wow, now that's a really smooth shape. Next up, we've got the Line tool. Using the Line tool, you can draw straight lines, lines with single arrowheads or double arrowheads, and so on. This tool is hidden also in the Rectangular tool. Now, select the Line tool, and the options are similar to the above discussed tool. You can specify a value in the Weight option of the line to be drawn. Just click and drag the cursor to draw a line. Now here's a line created in the document. When you click on this small triangle next to the Custom Shape option, you can specify some values, such as arrowhead in start or end, width, length, and concavity. Concavity is simply the size of the arrowhead. Change the values and try drawing a line with the 2 arrowheads. Now you've got a line with 2 arrowheads. This tool will be more useful while drawing flowcharts and scientific objects. And then we have Custom Shapes tool. The Custom Shapes tool, again, is hidden in the Rectangular tool and lets us perform different objects that are available under Shape Presets. You can select the tool, and in the option bar, click on the Shape option. Then you can double-click on the desired shape to select it. Now you can click and drag the cursor to draw a shape. You've got the selected shape now. When you click on this small triangle next to the Custom Shape options, you can set the shapes to Unconstrained, Define Proportions and Size, Fixed Size, and From Center. These options are very well known to you, so we don't need to go into detail on these. I ask you to experiment on them on your own. An important note for you: all the above discussed tools, such as Rectangle, Ellipse, Line, and Custom Shapes tool, and others, will automatically create a shape layer as we draw. Thus, you can create different geometrics and other kinds of shapes using the Shapes tools.